Hi viewers, welcome to the Grammar channel. In today's lesson, we are going to learn about the kinds of nouns. In my earlier videos, we learned all about the noun and its kinds like common noun, proper noun, number noun, singular noun, plural noun and all that. In today's lesson, it is going to be three different kinds of nouns. They are compound noun, countable noun and uncountable noun. Let's move into the lesson. First, compound noun. Compound nouns are formed by joining two nouns together. Two nouns together, they form a compound noun. Because they are together, they are called compound noun. I can give you example. Blackboard. Black is a noun, board is noun, but we use it as a single word, compound noun, blackboard. Now, there are some rules, different ways to form compound nouns. Three different ways. We are going to discuss about that. And the first form is the closed form. That is the compound noun in the first form, closed one like notebook. When you see the spelling of notebook, you see N-O-T-E-B-O-O-K. There is no gap between note and book, or there is no hyphen. Notebook as single word, but it is a compound noun. Another example, firefly, F-I-R-E-F-L-Y. Keyboard, K-E-Y-B-O-A-R-D. These are all closed forms of compound noun. Next one is hyphenated form. That is X-ray, X hyphen ray. Co-pilot, C-O-P-I-L-O-T. Mother-in-law, M-O-T-H-E-R hyphen I-N hyphen law, L-A-W. These are all hyphenated forms of compound noun. The next one is open form. Like we see post office. Look at the word post office. Post office, two separate words, but we use it as a single noun, post office. History book, mineral water. These are the examples of compound noun in open form. Now, let's see some example sentences of compound noun in today's lesson. Let me give you some examples. It was going to be lunchtime. Here, lunchtime is a compound noun. We don't use it as two separate nouns. It's one singular without any gap in between. L-U-N-C-H-T-I-M-E. Together we say lunchtime. The next example. The basketball match was scheduled in the afternoon. Basketball. Next one. Just after breakfast, Manu rushed to his tracksuit. Tracksuit, breakfast, all these together form compound noun. There is another interesting one. X-rays are widely used by healthcare professionals. X-rays, hyphenated compound noun. Healthcare, single compound noun. It's a closed one, right? So, X-rays are widely used by healthcare professionals. Now, compound nouns. We learnt about compound nouns, the definition, and three different forms to write a compound noun. Now, let's move on to countable noun. A countable noun refers to an item that can be counted. Like you can count 1, 2, 3, like. See, I'll give you some example. Whether it is singular or plural, they are mostly used with one of the articles like a, an, or they. Viewers, I'll give you another video explaining the articles and prepositions. And here we see some examples of countable noun. A student, meaning one student. We can count students, right? So one student, a dog, a cat, and so on. So nouns that can be counted are called countable nouns. You can count with fingers or you can count in numbers and all that. They are called countable nouns. Most of the nouns come in the category of countable nouns rather than uncountable because they refer to some things, people or animals that can be counted. So example sentences of countable noun. I saw 2 owls sitting on the tree. I can count owls. There are 4 milk bottles in the fridge. I can count the bottles, but I cannot count the milk. So the bottles. My father has 2 cars. Cars, countable noun. I need an umbrella to get out in the rain. Umbrella, countable noun. Single umbrella, 1. So to make this cake, we need an egg. Countable. So we use the word the for some singular nouns which are unique. For example, the earth. Though it is singular, we use the article the sun, the moon. But they are singular. We use the term, we use the word the. So these are the examples of unique form of countable nouns. Now, I quickly recall the definition with examples of countable nouns. Anything that can be counted, whether singular or plural, they are called countable nouns. The sentences will help you to see the difference between countable and non-countable. I'll give you some examples. There are at least 20 schools in our area. Your book is on the kitchen table, singular, plural, all that. So, there is a big brown dog running around the tree. So these are all countable nouns with examples. Now we move on to uncountable or non-countable nouns. Nouns that cannot be counted are called uncountable nouns, meaning you cannot count them, but you can measure them. I cannot count milk, can I? No. So I can only measure. I want a cup of milk. I want a glass of juice. These are all uncountable nouns. Anything that cannot be counted but can only be measured is uncountable noun. Even though uncountable nouns are not individual objects or individual items, they are always singular, and you must use singular verbs in conjunction with uncountable nouns. I'll give you some examples. Yeah, that would make you understand exactly how countable and non-countable nouns are different from each other. The example sentences are, there is no more water in the pond. You seem to have a high level of intelligence. Let's throw the garbage. Look at these sentences. They are uncountable, used in singular form. So, it can be uncountable nouns can be paired with words expressing plural concepts. Using these words, we can make our writing more specific. Listen to it carefully. So let me give you some examples. Garbage, the word garbage. I'll give you a sentence that would make you understand how it is formatted. There are 9 bags of garbage on the garbage truck. Bread. Please buy a loaf of bread. A couch is a piece of furniture. All these non-countable, but you can measure with a specific measurement. So, we cannot count certain things in numbers such as milk, sugar, water, jam, all that. So, we have to use words like glass of milk, jar of sugar, jug of water, bottle of jam, all that. So, these nouns can be measured, they cannot be counted. Such nouns do not have singular or plural form. In my next video, we'll see about the other kinds of nouns.